Hey guys, today we're going to do 4-7 exponents and multiplication, and here's a little funny that I always like to read. I think these are funny, but you can read that if you'd like. Okay, multiplying power with the same base. So we are only talking about multiplication right now. So if you had, remember this is the base, this little number's the exponent. The whole thing is called the power. Okay, so this is 7 squared times 7 cubed. Okay, so a rule that we'll show you in a minute, but I'm going to kind of show you why it's this rule. So this is really 7 times 7. That's my first one, times 3 more 7s. Okay, which is really just 7 to the 5th power. Okay, and if you multiply 7 times 7 times 7 5 times, it's 16,807. Okay, now instead of writing all those out, because we might get much bigger numbers, the rule is actually 7, and then you just add the exponents together to get 7 to the 5th. This is only if the base is the same. You cannot do this if that base is different. The base has to be the same and it has to be multiplication. Okay, so our rule is a to the m times a to the n will give you a m plus n. So no matter what a is, if they're the same, then you can just add your exponents together. Whoops, I didn't mean to make that mark. So that is our rule. We're going to be using it a lot. Okay, so I'm going to actually change the color of my pen. Here we go. So let's do a few examples. Simplify. So we have 2 squared times 2 cubed. Okay, so again, you're just going to add the 2 and the 3. So it would be 2 to the 5th, and whenever there's numbers there, yes, you have to multiply it out. Okay, so 2 to the 5th is 32. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Right? So if you have exponents, m to the 5th times n to the 7th equals m to the 5 plus 7, which is m to the 12. Obviously this one, there's nothing you can do because it's just an m. There's nothing more you can do. You would just leave it there because there's not a number. Okay. Number 3, x squared times x cubed times y to the 4th. Okay, so you take the ones with the same base and you add the exponents together, so that's going to be x to the 5th times y. Remember, this is really y to the 1st. Okay, so it's going to be y to the 5th. You have to remember that that's really y to the 1st power. Okay, this is one of the biggest mistakes, is people forget that that's really y to the 1st. Okay, now you can just write this x to the 5th, y to the 5th, or you can put the little multiplication there. It does not matter. Okay, next example. A to the 5th times a, I'm going to do without the multiplication here, times b squared. And what does that equal? Okay, well again, look at it. We have a to the 5th. This is really a to the 1st. So if you add those together, you'll get a to the 6th b squared. Okay, if you want to write it with the multiplication symbol, that's fine. Okay. Okay, let's do 2 more. I forgot what number I was on. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5. 2x squared times 3x to the 5th. Okay, so remember that the base here is the x. Okay, the numbers are not the base. The number's not being squared. Okay, so we take our 2 and our 3 and we multiply them together to get 6. And then we add our exponents. So it would be 6x to the 7th. Okay, what about negative 6a cubed times, I'm going to do it this way, 3a, and what does that equal? So again, this negative 6 is going to be multiplied by the 3, okay, to get negative 18. As the cubed is not going to the 6, it's just going to the a. And remember, this is really a to the first. So that's a to the 4th, and you would leave it. You're done with that. Okay? Let me change my color. Okay, there's one more rule in this section. We're going to learn a few more in the next few days. But this is power to a power. So when you're taking a power to another power. So for example, 7 squared cubed. Okay? So what that means is you have 7 squared times 7 squared times 7 squared. Okay, which from our last rule tells us it's going to be 7, 2 plus 2 plus 2, which is 7 to the 6th. Okay, which I'll give you that answer in a minute. Okay, so it's 7 to the 6th. So an easier rule, instead of writing all that out, is to know you're just going to multiply. So before you add it here, you multiply. 7 to the 6th, which is 117,649. I would give you a calculator for that. I'm not going to make you do that today. So our actual rule, let me get another color here. Let's do green. So the actual rule for a power to a power is am to the nth power is equal to amn. That is an a and not a. Let me erase it a little bit. 9. That's an a. Okay. So that's our rule. We exit out of this stuff. Okay. So let's do a few examples of that. Okay, we're going to have to kind of squeeze these all on here. So example 1 is going to be 3 squared cubed, which is going to be 3, 2 times 3, which is 3 to the 6th, which is 729. Remember, yes, if there's a number, you actually have to give an answer, a numerical answer. So a to the 6th squared would just be a 6 times 2, which is a to the 12th. And you're done with that problem. C to the 5th to the 4th. So this is c to the 5th, all taken to the 4th. So it'd be c 5 times 4, which is c to the 20th. Okay. The last one I'm going to do is, there's some where you have to find the area. Oops, I put find. Find the area, or find. Let me erase that real quick. Okay, find the area. And I'm actually going to draw it up here. X to x. So if I ask you to find the area of this, remember, area is just base times height, or length times width, however you want to think about it. Base times height. So it's going to be x times 2x, or 2x times x. Okay, so remember, well, I'll do that one next. Okay, so remember, these are both 1s right here. So it's going to be, you just add them together, 2x squared. Okay. The next one, let's do another example. What about, ooh, I like this one. 3x and 2x plus 2. These will show up on your assignment. Okay, so again, don't let that freak you out because there's a plus right there. Okay, so then we have to distribute. It's 3x times 2x plus 2. Okay, and you got to remember, what am I going to do now? I have to distribute the 3x to both. So 3x times 2x is 6x squared plus 3x times 2 is just 6x. Okay, so over to the side, let me change my color here. If you have 3x times 2x, remember you just do the 3 times the 2 and then these are both 1. That's how I got 6x squared. Okay? Okay, and we're going to add to these rules the more sections we do. Okay?